Hey guys, Jonathan Zed here for JM Sports 100, the JM Sports Show. How is it going? I'm here to make college football picks for Week 7 of the 2013 college football season. I should say picks for the Saturday portion of Week 7. We actually have started off the week uh, fairly well in the college ranks. We do have several wins already, including Louisville getting a 24-10 win against Rutgers, San Diego State getting a 27-20 win against Air Force. Arizona did fall to USC 38-31, so that left us 2-1 on Thursday, and then on Friday we did have the Bearcats getting the win in their game against Temple, and they did that 38-20. So that puts us at 3-1 on the week going into Saturday's games, which gives us a record this year so far of 262 wins, 75 losses, 1,976 wins, 668 losses is the lifetime record. So can we possibly get the 24 victories on Saturday that would take us to reach win number 2,000? I sure hope so. Alright, guys, I do have a couple of upsets that I'm calling for today. A lot of interesting games, a lot of good-looking games here. Looking forward to watching the day of college football tomorrow. First of all, we have number 25 Missouri taking on number 7 Georgia. Now, I'm not going to call for an upset here. Okay, I am going to go with Georgia in this game, but I think this game is going to be very competitive. You look at Georgia. Georgia is coming off of a physical is coming off of physical football games, and I am going to go with Georgia, but I think it'll be close. Number 12 Oklahoma is at Texas. The Red River rivalry, another game that I will be watching. Basically, it is do or die time for Mac Brown. I think that's pretty much known um, throughout the college ranks right now. Or really, diehard sports fans. I think Oklahoma does win this game, but I don't think Oklahoma blows out Texas. I think Texas keeps it a lot closer than people think, but I do think Oklahoma does get the win. Iowa State and number 20 Texas Tech. I am going to go with Texas Tech. Pittsburgh takes on number 24 Virginia Tech. I do really like this Virginia Tech team. I am going to go with Tech to beat Pitt. South Florida takes on UConn. I'm going to go with South Florida, a little iffy. Indiana and Michigan State. Give me the Hoosiers. Memphis and Houston. Give me Memphis. Eastern Michigan and Army. Give me Eastern Michigan. Nebraska takes on Purdue. I'm going to go with the Cornhuskers. Kansas and TCU. I'm going to go with Kansas here. I think TCU is going to be a little bit of letdown after the uh, physical game with Oklahoma last weekend, so I am going to go with Kansas to beat TCU. Number 14, South Carolina and Arkansas. Listen, I've watched several of South Carolina's games, and I don't know what it is. I'm just not impressed. And Brett Bielema has that Arkansas team figured out really, really well. He's got them running in the right direction. It's on the road for South Carolina. If the game is in South Carolina, I go with the Gamecocks. However, I am calling for the upset. I am going to go with the Razorbacks in this game. Navy and Duke, give me Duke. Duke is fairly competitive this year by Duke standards. Western Carolina and Auburn. Auburn starting a true freshman quarterback in Jeremy Johnson that was brought down on Twitter uh, a little earlier on this evening, but I don't think it will affect them any or too much. I am going to go with Auburn to beat Western Carolina. Central Michigan takes on Ohio. Give me Ohio. Buffalo takes on Western Michigan. Give me Buffalo. Miami of Ohio takes on Massachusetts, and I'm going to go with UMass. Kent State and Ball State. Give me Ball State. Boston College and Clemson. Give me Clemson. Be careful, though that game could be kind of close. Boston College is a competitive football team. Number 17 Florida and number 10 LSU. Give me LSU, but give me LSU close. I don't think it's going to be an offensive explosion. I think it'll be a low-scoring game. Give me LSU close. Number 15 Baylor and Kansas State. I am going to go with Baylor, but watch out here. I'm a little bit iffy. Um, I think Kansas State will put up a fight for Baylor in this game. Number 19 Northwestern and number 19 Northwestern takes on Wisconsin. I'm gonna go with Wisconsin here, and hand to the good Lord, I am not being a homer. Let me explain to you why. In sports, especially in college, teams who play physical football games, who lose physical football games, down, are down. Okay, they don't play uh, well the next week. They come in, down, and a lot of times they lose. And that is exactly what Northwestern did. Northwestern lost to Ohio State, and that was a big loss for them. Meanwhile, you've got a team like Wisconsin, who was on a bye last week, so Wisconsin didn't even play. They're well rested, ready to go. Northwestern going to be a little bit down, and a little bit of a down from their loss, so I am going to go with Wisconsin. There's my explanation there, just so you guys don't think that I am being a homer. um, San Jose State and Colorado State, give me San Jose State. Virginia and Maryland, give me Maryland in that game. Syracuse and North Carolina State. I'm going to go with Syracuse. A little iffy. Troy and Georgia State. Give me Troy. East Carolina and Tulane. This is going to be a very interesting matchup for those fans. These are two very evenly matched football teams. I am, however, going to go with East Carolina. Um, I do think that they have played a little more impressively than what Tulane has. New Mexico and Wyoming. Give me Wyoming. Number 2 Oregon takes on number 16 Washington on Fox Sports 1. I will be tuning in to this football game. This game is going to be unbelievable. Okay? Uh, I am predicting I'm predicting that both these teams easily hit the 50 mark. Alright, this is going to be a fun game to watch. There's not going to be much huddling. Neither one of these teams really huddle. It's going to be bam, bam, bam. Can't wait to watch it. I am going to go with Oregon. I do think Oregon does get the win, but be very careful. We could see an upset here. Rice takes on UTSA. I'm going to go with Rice. Number 18 Michigan takes on Penn State. I'm going to go with Michigan. I'm a little iffy just because what the hell is Michigan? Nobody knows. You lose to teams like UConn, so Michigan can play well and they can play terrible, really. Akron takes on number 23 Northern Illinois. I'm going to go with Northern Illinois. Marshall and Florida Atlantic. Give me Marshall. Number 5 Stanford takes on Utah. Give me Stanford. Number 1 Alabama takes on Kentucky. Give me Bama there. Middle Tennessee and North Texas. Give me Middle Tennessee. Georgia Tech and BYU. I'm going to go with BYU. I've watched a couple of Georgia Tech's games the last couple of weeks, and I am not impressed with the football team. Louisiana Monroe takes on Texas State. Going a little upset here, I suppose you can call it, based on records. Going Louisiana Monroe. Idaho and Arkansas State. Give me Arkansas State. Bowling Green and Mississippi State. I am going to go with Mississippi State. UAB and Florida International. I'm going to go with Florida International. Boise State takes on Utah State, and I'm going to go with Boise State there. Hawaii and UNLV. Give me UNLV. Tulsa and UTEP. You tell me. It's basically a toss-up game. Two definitely struggling teams right there, and I am going with UTEP in that game. I had to check and make sure I was right there. Number 9, Texas A&M takes on Ole Miss. This is going to be a really good football game, and another game that I will be watching. There's a lot of good games on Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun, plus a lot of good games on Sunday, too, in the NFL. So it's going to be a great weekend of football, I truly believe, and I am going to go with Texas A&M. I think Texas A&M might pull away a little bit at the end, but I do think Texas A&M gets the win. Colorado and Arizona State. Give me Arizona State. Give me number 11 UCLA to beat Cal. Give me Oregon State to beat Washington State as well. And there you go. There they are. NFL picks are up already, so if you're interested in them, also feel free to please check them out. And that is going to do it for me, guys. I am Jonathan was up for JM Sports 100, the JM Sports Show. It's going to be a great couple of days of football. Can't wait. Here we go. I'll see you guys later.